Good morning, astrolifers. So I hope that you are okay. I might not actually ask that question too much because I've seen it all this weekend. A lot of people that have had problems. I did say that the stars will be bad, and unfortunately they did just that. I think I saw it all from accidents. This morning the highway is completely blocked here. Took me more than 1 hour to take my kids to school. I don't even know if it's still cleaned up already. So there's been the storms, we've had the hails, people have had problems with their computers, electronics, things blowing up, delays in flights, people having accidents, being sick, dying, having diseases coming up, and finding out that they didn't have much time. I just had, again, some sad news this morning. Etc, etc. So it's just been really coming up in the middle of all that. Obviously, Halloween and floods and things like that. I've seen it all. I've had every kind of scenarios I've had. Now, the only way you could have some good times was with your loved ones, because with Mercury retrograde, obviously, or in nature, because near the water, as I said, was probably your best chance in nature, next to a river and all that, to recharge. But the rest was quite full on. But look, we have almost gone through. I would love to say that today is better, but I'm not going to tell you that yet, simply because yes, we had the full moon in Taurus and the sun in Scorpio, Uranus moon opposite the sun, Mars square Saturn and Pluto, Mercury square Pluto, plus of course the retrograde. But today we still have an aspect that is in opposition. I can still see it, as I said. There's been a huge accident on the highway in all the years that I've been here on the Gold Coast. I've never seen it like that, not blocked like that anyway. For that long. So exactly right, it's linked with traveling, it's linked with delays, with accidents, so be cautious on the roads. It is linked, in fact, with Mercury, that is now, by the way, in Libra. It's in retrograde still, but now it has shifted in Libra, so it can also affect relationships, communication, things being fair, and wanting to yes, make things in a smoother way. So it might still have some oppositions in communication or things that you want to do, because we also have Mercury that is square Saturn, so the planet also of expression, that is square longevity. So don't make any deals, don't sign up any papers. We are still in retrograde anyway, but don't even make a decision with the mind. The universe doesn't really see the difference between signing a paper or making a decision into your mind about agreeing on something. For the universe, it's the same, that you sign up and you say in your mind, yes, I'm agreeing with that. The result is pretty much the same. So of course we've got also the elections coming up. So not only we've gone through the ones here, but on the top of that, obviously we've got the US ones coming up. So that is obviously making a lot of things happening. A lot of people have been asking me if I think that Trump is going to pass. As sure as I was when I said it last time, and everybody thought, no, it's not possible, he can't be, because he was an outsider at that time, and nobody believed in him becoming president when I did say it. This time it's going to be harder, simply because we also have some aspects in Scorpio. Hillary is Scorpio, all that side is. Now he has some aspects that are quite good in that sense, because the moon is going to be transiting in Gemini, and also it's friendly to Venus and Mars. So that's the aspects that he has, especially as a dog. Dog equals Aquarius and things coming up. But there's also an opposition there, so it's again half and half. It's very so this one is going to be tight, definitely. I do not pronounce myself like I did last time. It's harder for him, and he's got to fight, and obviously there's a lot of agendas behind all that, so they're going to have a big fight for sure. So Anyway, that being said, on the 3rd, the 4th, finally Mercury goes forwards. Cannot wait this time. Not saying that it was not good to have all that clean up, but it just took so much drama that you cannot appreciate it at the end. You know, it was just too much drama in such a period of time, especially with the aspect we just had those last few days. And yes, they can be 3 or 4 days prior or 3 or 4 days after. So yeah, we just want to be, you know, letting it pass. So, but from that point, from the 4th, exactly right, the tension of those planets are going to kind of release, just, you know, stabilize a bit. But remember, again, it takes a few days, 3, 4. To be honest, it takes about a week to be full speed. And that's why I keep on saying that it is the new moon that is going to be really, really good. And actually, that new moon on the 14th, 13th, 14th is going to be excellent. 14, hang on, that I don't say anything wrong. Yes, it will be some really good aspects coming from the, hang on, I'm just going to tell you exactly. So the 14th in the US and the 15th for us here. So just making sure that you see. But anyway, that full moon, that new moon will be going crescendo. So yes, so that's going to be very interesting times, by the way. So yes, so Mercury is going to go direct. It has been in retrograde since the 13th of October, so it's been a while with all those tensions. And then I wish I could tell you that we are going to end up the week good. Even though Mercury is going to be moving forwards, we're still going to have a last cleanup before that finally new moon, new cycle, new ways. So the last little opposition that we are going to get is Mercury that is square Saturn. So, but on that day, what's going to happen and the way you're going to feel is thinking long term, because when it's like that, it actually forces you to think long term. So I wouldn't say it's a bad aspect, even though yes, it is an opposition. For me, I more see the fact that we are going to have Mercury moving forwards, and from that time you're going to kind of be forced or wanting, because obviously the universe will make you want to do it, to analyze your situation, because that time we will be moving forward. So it's almost like saying, okay, right, I'm analyzing my long-term situation, I'm reflecting on it, you know, deliberating, you know, thinking, okay, you know, the cons and not, and suddenly decide of what needs to be done now to be able to move forward. And that's perfect, because exactly right, now we are not, well, at that point we will not be with Mercury retrograde anymore. So it will be time to actually make those decisions and move forwards. So you might be stopped this weekend, on Saturday, the 7th, Saturday, Sunday, where suddenly you're going to be like, right, now the situation in the world is that, or the situation in my life is that, now I want to think and I want to plan. Perfect timing, because that will give you the time to do that. With after that, obviously that new moon coming up on the 14th, 15th, which is going to be awesome, by the way. If you want to make some changes, if you want to launch anything, choose that time of the year. It's one of the best new moon. It's Sun sextile Pluto, it's Sun sextile Jupiter. It's long term. It's extremely good for long-term projects, new ventures, beginning, and also very good potential for growth and longevity and profit. So whatever you will make or start or create at that time will bring you, has got big chances to bring you until the end of your life. Okay, so extremely good aspects there. Before that, on the 12th and 13th, we are going to have the famous aspect of 2020, Jupiter that is going to be conjunct Pluto. So that again can go both ways. Normally Jupiter is the planet of expansion and luck, and Pluto transformation, but it is also the planet of diseases. And those two planets joining together that have allowed or created that situation in the world, because obviously it's only because the stars are allowing certain things to happen down below that we had that virus, or that we had that situation, agenda or not, it doesn't really matter, but that was those two planets meeting together, and they're going to be meeting again. So a massive aspect coming up next week, around the 12, 13, depending on where you are into the world. But again, those two planets are going to be meeting. So something linked with the situation of 2020 is going to come out. And then there will be that new moon where you will assess, readjust, and then decide on what you want to do. But already this weekend, you will be blocked. You will have to start thinking. The universe is going to make you want to think long term. So that will be obviously the result, obviously, of the elections, not only here, obviously, but also in America. So it's kind of really well organized in that sense and actually making sense again. I mean, the universe is extremely logical. It's mathematics, so it's extremely logical and organized in that sense. So that's it. That's where we are at. Let today pass with the danger on the road or things like that. And then after that, that aspect will actually calm down. At least we will have that. Then we'll have the elections and then the last reassess. But at least now you've got Mercury that will be moving forwards from the 4th, the 3rd or the 4th here in Australia. And from that point on, whatever you will be creating will be able to move forwards. Obviously, I would prefer that you do it after the 7th. So you have had that time of thinking during the weekend, and then you can start launching, especially if you want to be extremely positive, extremely successful in your project. It is definitely the new moon that you need to be launching things on the 14th of November. That will be the best time, 14th, 15th, or obviously 16th if you wanted to start on a Monday. That's it. Take care, and you know where I am if you need me. Bye-bye. See you soon. Bye.